cut off on the end. She started calling me Brenda. And I made a comment about how Kiki Yerfin made a move against AT in a game earlier this year, and I just spelled her name out, and then AT logs into Twitter for the first time in like 10 years and chirps me. And then she changed her bio from Connecticut to Phoenix, so I kind of helped her out.
That's why we keep you around. And I'm going to start referring to you as Brenda from now on for the rest of this game.
It was great to see AT back here at Mohegan Sun. Beautiful video tribute before the game. I don't think it's really much of an argument. The #1 player in team history, pouncing in the lane, kick it outside. Makani for three, rattles off. Sun down by Mercury. Sanaya Rivers skating in for two.
I love me a fake handoff right there. Sanaya Rivers stopping on a dime, then exploding to the rim, leaving everybody in her dust.
Now you see me, now you don't. 6 off Connecticut's bench. Sun with 16 points off the pine. Thomas could not deliver. Can Connecticut keep whittling the deficit away here? Sabali guarding Mabry. They were teammates down in Miami at Unrivaled with Phantom. Rivers, wide open look. Makani, the rebound.
A nice job staying aggressive, looking for their shots, but this is where you have to get back. Phoenix is so good getting out and running in transition. That transition to be much better for the Sun. You got to stop the ball.
The transition is a big reason why they're 8-4. Coach Tibbetts wants that half-court execution to keep improving. Mabry with just nowhere to go. Hasn't been able to get room to fire up her shot. Up fake and a foul.
Mabry doing a better job drawing that contact.
Each team now with a team foul. Sabali draped all over Anissa Morrow. Copper, second game back from the knee injury. Skip feed, Sabali. Yes.
That's just unfair. Sabali, with her size, ability to spread the floor, knock down, going to be a mismatch most likely out there on the perimeter.
Sabali's second, Mercury in double figures. Charles cannot answer. Grabbed by Copper. Dangerous on the break. Here she comes, prancing, and rolls it out.
Better job by Connecticut getting back in transition.
Makani off the heel. Charles crashes run. Shovel it. Morrow going to work. Sabali orchestrates offense, has a mismatch here. 6'4", Satsu Sabali finds Thomas cutting away from the ball. Here comes a double on the engine. Mohegan Sun is an opponent. Sheldon, fourth triple, not that time. Rivers on the offensive glass. Just an effort play by the rookie. How about the connection here? Morrow faces up, splash.
Exactly what Anissa Morrow needs to be doing, facing up. And a level of her game she's going to need to consistently add at this next level.
Kim Mulkey pushed her so much at LSU in the healthy way. Alyssa Thomas with the wave off. She really knows how to sink her teeth into any game. Never mind tonight's motivation. And she rolled
in 2014 by the Liberty. But she was immediately traded to Connecticut with Kelsey Bone and a 2015 first-round draft pick. Well, do you know who that trade was for? Between AT and Tina kind of still is a little beefy there, right?
It speaks to how long they've both been in the league. You could almost find a way to connect every player somehow on that transactions page, but two of the all-time greats in team history here in Connecticut. Nelson Adota swept that ball underneath, getting some run together. Screen Morrow gets it back, hesitated for a moment, short on the three. Thomas the contest.
She can't hesitate on that. Morrow's got to shoot that with confidence.
Thomas, Mabry gets involved. Now Thomas face up. Dribble handoff, Loxa looks to feed her, but the Sun deflected.
Sanaya Rivers, she used her length and times that block perfectly.
Passes up to three, step to the left, in and out. Morrow on the O glass. New 14 for Connecticut. Sun at 5 offensive rebounds. Held the steal. Feeding it off Loxa. Sun do a great job getting back. We move on to the next corner. Nelson Adota going in the workshop. Thomas the rebound. Now she's got 5 boards with the 5 assists and 13 points. Lexi held, pull up, yes.
Nice job by Lexi.
He is so polished.
Yes. completely a new roster. Think about it, no Diana Taurasi on this team for the first time in a long time. Sophie Cunningham obviously going to Indiana.
Trade. You notice that 8th overall pick from the Indiana Fever. That's what allowed Connecticut to draft Sanaya Rivers. 57-42. Mercury on the first night of a back-to-back. They're in New York tomorrow. As for the Sun, they were in Indiana last night, where tempers flared and the crowd being engaged despite a lopsided score. Musa did not hear the shot clock winding down.
I'm telling you, it gets loud.
Side as an opponent, she'll face the music tonight. Bria Hartley at the controls, swing it, Rivers. Dump pass, Nelson Adota. Morrow puts the head down. Anissa Morrow rising and banking it in.
I like what we're seeing offensively. Either getting rebounds or getting steals.
Thomas using that shoulder, creates the space. Nelson Adota. Rivers, eyes up the floor. Picks up the dribble. Snagged, but back in the hands of Mabry. Sees Park, feeds Morrow. Back-to-back buckets.
Paint touch meets the open Mabry.
Morrow with 8 points in 10 minutes. Deflection, Nelson Adota. Sun once again can bring it underneath. 10 points. It's Mabry at 3.
And that's been huge.
Tina and Marina, 8 points combined. The rest of the team elevating their games. Morrow, Brown, Rivers, and Sheldon most notably. Shot clock winding. Crowd into it here at Mohegan. Double comes. Deflected pass. Loxa has to heave. Sabali is there. 3-ball. Nelson Adota pulls out the Uno card.
Oh my goodness. How did Sabali make that?
Hartley looking for Mabry in the post. Marina Mabry looks to go to work. And Mercury bench number 2 in the league in scoring. Loxa. Bank is open.
Wow.
Count it and 1. Loxa with now 5. Mercury first trip to the line in the third. They took 20 free throws in the first half. (62-49). Hartley in and out. Morrow have a game.
She's contact and gets to the line. In each game, Anissa Morrow is to a league where everybody's physical night in and night out. And you can see her each and every game get more and more comfortable with that.
104 with 10 points. Her best game by far, a quarter of the way through the season. A little hezzy by Held. Which percent for the season? Start to a season since 2018. They were 10-3 that year. As for Connecticut, their only other 2-9 start to a year was 2016. They have never been 2-10 in the 23 years of Sun basketball. 4-second differential on the clock. Morrow fed, turn, fired, count it. She's on one tonight. 11-point game. Westbell drives, feeds it. Musa, no shot for the Mercury to conclude the third. Anissa Morrow.